Question number 1. What was invented in first generation of computers? Smart pick. Vacuum tubes is the correct choice. Question number 2. Who is called the father of the modern computers? Great job. Charles Babbage is the accurate answer. Question number 3. An example of the computer's hardware would be dash. Correct response. Keyboard is the most accurate answer. Question number 4. Who is regarded as the father of modern computers? Perfect. Alan Turing is the correct choice. Question number 5. IBM 701 and Univasi are dash generation computers. Sharp thinking. First is the right choice. Question number 6. The time period of Generation 1 computers is from? Exactly. 1940-1956 makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 7. The computer's main circuit board is called a dash. Bravo. Motherboard is the answer. Question number 8. I am the language used by all computers. What am I? Excellent. Binary language is a brilliant choice. Question number 9. I was known as the father of computers. I am dash. Excellent choice. Charles Babbage is the right answer. Question number 10. Present represents which generation of computers? Nice selection. Fourth is the correct and valid answer. Question number 11. How were the generations of computers classified? Good thinking. By the device used in memory and processor is the right answer. Question number 12. What are computers being used for in agriculture? Right choice. Monitoring crop production is the best answer. Question number 13. Who is considered the father of modern computers? You got it. Your choice, Alan Turing, is right. Question number 14. In which of these fields supercomputers are used? Good job. Your answer. Weather forecasting works well here. Question number 15. The first electronic computers were used for dash. Well reasoned. Calculating trajectory and code breaking is the correct choice. Question number 16. Second generation computers were developed after? Clear logic. Your choice 1955 is sound and 100% true. Question number 17. Modern computers use this to control operations. Correct. Microchips is the right answer. Question number 18. The first generation computers were dash in size. Well picked. Huge is the correct answer. Question number 19. Smaller computer parts allowed us to have what? Valid point. Both is true. Question number 20. What is other name of early personal computers? Smart move. Microcomputers is an accurate answer. Question number 21. Dash computers used integrated circuits. Great thinking. Third generation is the right choice. Question number 22. VLC were used in dash generation of computers. Well done. Generation AV is the right choice. Question number 23. The second generation of computers was based on? Right again. Transistors is a valid answer. Question number 24. Personal computers became accessible in? You're right. 1980s is the correct answer. Question number 25. What came before computers and mobile devices? You chose Pascaline, and it is correct. Question number 26. Use of microprocessors in computers increased. Nicely done. Reliability is a solid answer. Question number 27. Which computers are used for weather forecast? On track. Supercomputer is the correct answer. Question number 28. The first computers used Dash to run programs. Solid response. Vacuum tubes is a valid choice. Question number 29. When were the first gen computers introduced? Strong choice. 1957 is the right answer. Question number 30. Computers carrying out calculations is called. Nice work. You chose processing, and it is correct.
Question number 31. Third-generation computers were developed in?
Correct response. 1960 is the most accurate answer. Question number 32. The first generation of computers used what? Well picked. Vacuum tubes is the correct answer. Question number 33. How many generations of computers are there? Clear logic. Your choice 5 is sound and 100% true. Question number 34. What is the basic language of all computers? Solid response. Binary code is a valid choice. Question number 35. Who was known as the father of computers? Nice work. You chose Charles Babbage, and it is correct.
Question number 36. In which year Apple Computers was invented?
1976 is an accurate answer. Question number 37. Q dash were used in Generation I computers. Sharp thinking. Transistors is the right choice. Question number 38. Which generation of computers are portable? Right again. Fourth generation is a valid answer. Question number 39. The first generation computers started from? Strong choice. 1946-1959 is the right answer. Question number 40. Where does the history of computers start? Perfect. Babylonia is the correct choice. Question number 41. First generation computers were made up of? Nice selection. Vacuum tubes is the correct and valid answer. Question number 42. Who is known as father of computers dash? Great job. Charles Babbage is the accurate answer. Question number 43. What is the fastest computer in the world? Correct. Supercomputers is the right answer. Question number 44. The first computers were programmed using? Exactly. Machine language makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 45. Which one is true about modern computers? Right choice. Portable is the best answer. Question number 46. Any two popular second-generation computers? Excellent choice 1. Even 1622 Debitum 7094 is the right answer. Question number 47. Who is called the father of computers? You got it. Your choice, Charles Babbage, is right. Question number 48. What were the early computers used for? Well reasoned. For calculations is the correct choice. Question number 49. Which generation computers used chips? Well done. Fourth generation computers is the right choice. Question number 50. Features of second-generation computer. Great thinking. Used transistor and magnetic tapes is the right choice.
Question number 51. Which was the first computer designed?
Smart pick. Analytical engine is the correct choice.
Question number 52. When were digital computers launched?
You're right. 1940 is the correct answer. Question number 53. He is the father of modern computers. Valid point. Charles Babbage is true. Question number 54. Third-generation computers used dash. Nicely done. Integrated circuits is a solid answer. Question number 55. What does networking computers mean? Good thinking. Computers connected together to talk to each other is the right answer. Question number 56. Dash is known as father of computers. On track. Charles Babbage is the correct answer. Question number 57. Which computer is easiest to carry? Excellent. Laptop is a brilliant choice. Question number 58. The first-generation computers were. You chose slow, huge, and expensive, and it is correct. Question number 59. The father of computers is known as. Good job. Your answer, Charles Babbage, works well here. Question number 60. COBOL, Algoy, Fortran are the dash. Bravo. Programming language is the answer. Question number 61. Palm-top computers are also called. Smart move. Handled computer is an accurate answer. Question number 62. What three things do all computers do? Valid point. Store, retrieve, process is true. Question number 63. Who invented history of computers? Strong choice. Charles Babbage is the right answer. Question number 64. The use or operation of computers. Excellent choice. Computing is the right answer. Question number 65. Which computer was big as a room? Solid response. First-generation computers is a valid choice. Question number 66. Dash computers used vacuum tubes. Correct. First generation is the right answer. Question number 67. What is the article mostly about? Sharp thinking. Computers is the right choice. Question number 68. Fourth generation computers used. Nicely done. Both of the above is a solid answer. Question number 69. Dash computers are small in size. You got it. Your choice modern is right. Question number 70. Second generation computers used. Well reasoned. Transistors is the correct choice. Question number 71. Why were hybrid computers used? Good job. Your answer for computing numerical results quickly with high precision works well here. Question number 72. Dash is the father of computers. Exactly. Charles Babbage makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 73. Why is Charles Babbage famous? Nice selection. He is the father of computers is the correct and valid answer. Question number 74. The vacuum tubes were used in. Well picked. First-gen computers is the correct answer. Question number 75. Who invented Apple computers? Nice work. You chose Steve Jobs and it is correct. Question number 76. Who were the first computers? Right choice. People is the best answer. Question number 77, which was developed in 1980s. Well done. Fifth generation computers is the right choice.
Question number 78. The father of computers is...
Right again. Charles Babbage is a valid answer. Question number 79 is known as the dash. You chose second generation of computers, and it is correct.
Question number 80. Father of computers.
Bravo. Charles Babbage is the answer. Question number 81. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Great thinking. Contact Narayan Changda is the right choice.